What's going on, everybody? LoneGemini here, bringing you another achievement guide. This time it is the Tower of Babel achievement for Dr. Richtofen. I got this thing done at round 6, so if you follow this guide, you should be able to get it done pretty early. So here's some suggestions on how to start. I'll have links in the end, and I'll go over those. First, use the bank. It's there for a reason, and it'll make this Easter egg very easy. Second, everyone should get Knuckles, obviously making it easier. Third, do not be selfish with your points. If you have points in the bank and someone else doesn't, go ahead and share those. And fourth, I would suggest getting everything set up before you go to the Obelisk. That is, build a jet gun, get your perks, gun, Knuckles, whatever, and everyone spins until they have EMPs. Now, like I said, those are just suggestions. You don't have to start the Easter egg that way. It just makes it a little easier to do it. What I'm showing you in the background right now is how we started from the spawn. Go ahead and build yourself a turbine, and practically what you're going to do is have 3 people watch the zombie on the bus until they get to the town, and have the 4th person teleport to the town and get set up with the Knuckles and the perks and everything while the other 3 people are on the bus. This just makes it to where you don't have to wait for so long. One person's at least doing something. You could probably have 2 people running around getting set up and have 2 people on the bus watching the zombie. I would suggest at least stay in pairs, that way in case somebody does go down you can revive them. Now, the person who's going to teleport and go to the town first, make sure they have 1100 points. That way they can open the door and get to the bank vault and access their points. Once you do, just go ahead and pull out however much you want. I would suggest around 20 grand, because that's a good amount to open up a couple doors, get perks, get the Knuckles, even pack a bunch of weapon if you want. Now, the first person who gets there, I would suggest using the turbines to turn on the Juggernaut and Stamina. That way they can run to the power really quick and not have to go back to the town to get perks. So, I mean, that's kind of a simple way to start out. You could probably do a couple more things if you wanted to, but now we're pretty much at step number 1 once you get to the power. Step number 1 of the Richtofen side of this Easter egg is to have the power on. If you're doing the Maxis side, it's the power off, and I'll put a link in the description if you're trying to do the Maxis side. So pretty much, I would hope by now everybody knows how to turn on the power, but I'm putting it in the background just in case. So if you're doing a Richtofen side, build up the power and turn it on, and leave it on. Once you do, you will get this quote from Richtofen if you are Samuel.
Good job! Wunderbar! You've done well, my friend. But this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. Of your group, you are the only one who seems to be able to hear me. So you must convince your deaf friends to heat up the Obelisk. Setting a puny fire will not be enough. It must reach an extreme temperature. Now, if only you know how to build a portable engine of some sort, which might grow very hard. Some sort of jet engine with an afterburner? Oh, what? Oh, goody. So, why are you still standing here listening to voices in your head? Get to it, Schweinhund, or Maxis will kill you all.
Now, it's pretty obvious Richtofen wants us to build a jet gun, and I've done several videos on the jet gun and how to build it. So once again, I'll have a link in the description on that if you need to know how to do that. If you do know how to build a jet gun, go ahead and build it. You don't really get a quote once the thing's built, but you do get a quote once the last piece of the jet gun is picked up. And here it is.
Oh, that is a last piece. Now you have everything you need to make the jet engine correctly.
Okay, this is the point I was saying earlier to where you should have everything ready, have all your perks, your Knuckles, have the jet gun built, everybody has EMPs, because once you go out to the Obelisk, you can pretty much finish out this entire thing. But if you're just doing it straight up and you're getting to step 3, go ahead and take the jet gun to the Obelisk, which is out in the cornfield. It's the big tower. And practically what you have to do is shoot the jet gun at the table spot until the jet gun blows up. Once that happens, you'll get the next quote from Richtofen.
Now we need the 115. Once the only place to get that is from the flesh. The flesh! You must rise the 115 from the undead by killing them.
Yes, a larger picture begins to resolve itself.
Get busy!
We are now getting close to the end of Tower of Babel. The next step is to kill zombies under the tower. Explosive weapons are not required. All you have to do is kill zombies. Once enough zombies are killed, you will hear Richtofen give his next quote.
To death by sword!
But now too much power is flowing into the obelisk. You must reduce the incoming power.
There's an unnatural phenomenon hovering in the distance.
Okay, we are now at the final step. We have to reduce the power by a factor of 4. So what you have to do is EMP 4 green lights at the same time. Now you'll notice in step 4 it was round 6, and here it is now round 1. What I'm showing you is that we got all of our EMPs for each of the 4 players before we even went out to the obelisk. So what I mean is before we heated up the obelisk or killed zombies under the obelisk, we had already gotten our EMPs and had already built the jet gun. And like I said, you don't have to do it that way, but it does make it easier. Now there is a way to do this with 2 people by EMPing a light, teleporting through it, and then EMPing a second light. If 2 people do that, you will have EMP'd 4 green lights at the same time. But if you have a team of 4 and enough points to get EMPs for 4 people, just get each of the 4 people to have EMPs. It just makes it a lot easier. Just communicate and throw the EMPs at the lights at the same time. Now I didn't get very good footage of it, but you actually kind of get a confirmation from the lights that you had done it right when the purple sparkly light or whatever comes down and shoots toward the tower. But either way, Richtofen does give, a confirmation that this thing is over, and the person being Samuel will hear that, and here it is.
Pick your teeth. Yeah, you did it. So this beautiful planet will be here once more, and the flesh will cover the earth. What a glorious day that will be for you. You will be the hero that has saved all of the earth for me to play with.
Alright, to wrap this thing up, I will have links in the description for building the jet gun, getting the Galvaknuckles, using the bank, how to share points, turning on the power, and I will throw in the Dr. Maxis side as well. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and hopefully I will get to that. If not, I hope this achievement guide helped you out. And as always, this has been LoneGemini. Until next time.